All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Just real quick, my shirt is clean, okay? It's actually raining for like the first time in Michigan, and my office is detached from the main house. So I had to come from the house to here, and these are raindrops. It's not like, this isn't like food stains or something, okay? So so it's just rain. My shirt is clean. So I was assuming I was going to get some comments about that. Like maybe I was a little sloppy eating the poached eggs this morning. So anyway, welcome back, everyone. Man, NIO, would love, this is a Chinese electric vehicle play. Would love to see this kind of hold VWAP and perk into the afternoon. This was a great, beautiful trade yesterday. I mean, NIO, I mean, I know it's higher priced, but I mean, look at yesterday. All this thing did was go up yesterday. Very, very impressive move by NIO. WK were strong yesterday. So NIO, I would say a VWAP hold. And then WKHS is a weak open red to green. NIO, VWAP hold. WKHS, weak open red to green. And let me get to questions. Lot to go over today. All right. If I can get the button there. TYME. One of the I almost made a bad joke about spices. Not a bad joke. I almost made a dad joke about spices, but I'll let it be. So what do we got here? Virus news. Oncology research. So higher float, but good volume. And let me take a peek at the 1-year chart. It's a breakout over 175. So I like TYME over 175. It is a higher float. So best to wait till midday, late day. Higher float. But virus news, nice breakout over 175 area. If it gets there. Remember, higher floats usually mean midday, late day. I like Tyme, though. SRNE, quite possibly one of the most heavily shorted stocks out there right now. Kind of a weird, I don't know if you guys saw the news on SRNE last night. Kind of some weird, as a rule of thumb, anytime a CEO, a director, anybody like that comes out against the short sellers, it's usually a red flag, okay? Because, I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. Like, they should be focused on their business. They should be focused on their drug, their test, they should be focused on their products, their employees, etc. It's almost always a red flag. Executive that comes out bashing short sellers. So that being said, if this hangs around and breaks out late day, probably spikes. Yeah, unless you're Elon. Thank you. Francino Danello, gold star of the webinar. Francino Danello, yes, unless you're Elon. Steve Jobs did it too, okay? You know, I know a lot of people will talk about this, but Steve Jobs would bash short sellers too. Steve Jobs, Elon. Any similarities there? So anyway, SRNE, executive bashing shorts. Usually a red flag, but tons are bagged in this. Look for afternoon high breaks for the squeeze. For continued squeeze. Works. Yeah, WRX. Oops. Former runner. Low float. Good volume. Man. The biggest issue I have with Works is just that big spike and fail. So here's my read on Works. I like the float. I like the volume. I like the price action. My concern is it's too soon. I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. I didn't take my Alpha Brain this morning. I'm afraid there's too many bag holders in Works that are going to sell, okay? So what happens with these former run, and I want to talk about this. We can talk strategy here, okay? I know normally it's just rapid fire. We're always looking for former runners, especially in low float land. Okay, we're looking for these stocks that recently spiked. But my concern with Works is that spike is, air quotes, too recent. And because of that, there's so many bag holders that haven't given up yet, okay? So when you got a run 9 months ago, a year ago, 3 years ago, those bag holders will eventually give up, okay? The problem is this only spiked, back this spring, and I'm afraid there's too many bag holders that are holding on and they're gonna sell into this pop. So let's see. I'll be back at noon. Let's see what happens with Works, but I would say be very careful because of the recent bag holders. 8:38 a.m. Works, low float, good volume, nice price action, but discussed. Too many recent bag holders that are going to add selling pressure on any pop. Okay. I think that was a good discussion, Do you recommend opening an LLC if we are day trading? My advice, any tax issues is ask your accountant. I'm not an accountant, okay? The laws vary everywhere. Anything tax related, we're talking about a lot of non-ticker stuff, okay? Many of you might know I had a business. I still have businesses to this day. One of the biggest rules you can have in business is find and build a good relationship with a CPA, a banker, a lawyer, So listen, if you're serious about stuff, if you're serious about entrepreneurship, find yourself a good CPA, ask around, build a relationship with them. I've had the same CPA for 20 years, okay? That's my business tip. Theater reopening, I don't care about the theaters. Listen, I'm glad the theaters are reopening, but I've talked about this. People aren't going back to the theater. Now I might be wrong. I just don't think people are going to go back to the theaters, and they might reopen, but I think the numbers are going to be terrible, So, it's just they're not going to have good earnings. So, it's been a while. Come on, guys, quit with the ticker spam. Number one, I already asked about, or I talked about NIO as soon as I went live, and typing the same guy, you know who you are, okay, I won't name names, typing the same ticker 50 times just screws up these webinars, okay? Everyone hates it when I talk about it. So maybe next time I'll start naming names. Maybe that's the thing to do. I'll start naming names so that everyone can freaking block and report you. FLDM. I'm a nice guy. Come on, work with me here. FLDM had some news last night. Currently under VWAP, just fading. At this point, price action on FLDM is dead. RKT, love RKT as a higher priced red to green. Somebody said RKT. Yes, love this as a red to green. All right, one more and then I gotta run. What's the float, Reno? And everyone, listen, Investopedia, great free resource, okay? Again, I don't get paid. I'm not affiliated with Investopedia, but go to Investopedia. Almost any term I talk about, whether it be float, whether it be VWAP, whether it be, all earnings per share, market cap, okay? Investopedia, great resource. Check it out. We'll finish on this. Gary, I already gave the gold star out. Love. So, man, rain's really coming down now. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's anyway, sorry. It hasn't rained in like a month, so it's like, whoa. Yes, I'm a huge Peter Thiel fan. Check out Peter Thiel. Guy's a super genius. He's the guy behind Palantir. They're going to do an SPAC. Love it. They do, read yesterday. Great article by the CEO of Palantir on CNBC. I'll talk about it at the daily briefing today. Definitely check it out. All right, guys. I know we got a little kind of off topic a little bit, but I think those were some good discussions. I think it was good talking about I think there's going to be a lot of selling pressure on Works, okay? I think that might be the best thing we talked about today. Let's see how Works plays out. Electric vehicles, main watches, and RKT, CRM, earnings winner, Apple, Tesla, etc. So, all right, guys, have a great day, and I'll be back at noon. Daily briefing at noon, and we'll see you there.